team leader of the team. And I think almost all, no? Kasi binasa ko lang yung first and second paragraph of all the affidavit except yung kay Macaraig. Lahat po medyo pare-pareho pa rin ng tono, but bago na, and I hope this corrected affidavit is true and correct. That's what really happens during that day, no? When Resma was shot. Now, ang wala po dito, Mr. Chairman, in the affidavit, kasi dapat nakalagay dito yung question. Ito kasi yung question of how happens, no? Yung actual operation. But the planning, ayun yung sabi kanina ni Chairman Barbers, who are those involved? Outside of that 6, hindi nga 7 eh. Kasi Macarandang is not involved directly. It's not part of the plan, it's not part of the operation. His name was just listed in the post-operation report. Now, ang question dito, Mr. Chairman, to get to the bottom of this, all of this, we should check who are those involved during the planning and who are those involved in the narrative that was made on the first affidavit of all those personnel involved. Yun po ang wala dito. Now, before I proceed with that, Mr. Chairman, tatanungin mamaya si Macaraig na lang. Are you sure that you have, baka ito Perez, you are the one that approached the victim. And in your affidavit, I read, you recovered 2 sachet of shabu. Shabu. Tama po.
Yes po, sir.
That is 4 grams.
Sir.
Yung dalawang sachet ba, 4 grams yun?
Yes, sir. Yes po, Your Honor.
Sigurado ka?
Yes, sir.
Baka mamaya may lalabas na naman na walang siyabong nakuha.
Sir, kanya po yun, sir.
Tapos 4 grams Not 1 sachet.
2 sachet, sir. More than 4 grams, sir.
Yun lang po. Chine-check ko lang, Chairman, kasi mamaya, baka mamaya biglang lumitaw. Nagsunod ka na naman. Problema mo na naman yun. Diba? Now, yung post-operation report, kaya nga yung narrative nung nakaraan is false. Diba? Inadmit na dito sa mga corrected affidavit. Now, ang question, sinong gumawa ng narrative na yun? Is it Perez alone? Is it Macaraig as team leader? Or somebody else? Play as the director of such narrative. Oh, Perez. Sino bang gumawa nun? Nung narrative na yun, kayo-kayo lang ba? Sigurado ka? Baka, yun yung sinasabi ko, baka may... Kasi, kahit anong cover up nyo, lalabas at lalabas pa rin ang katotohanan. Mamaya, tatanong ko yan. Kaya nga ngayon pa lang, Macaraig and Perez, you're the most senior officer in that group. Baka mamaya mag-executive session ako ulit, may sasabihin na naman. I will ask the chair for an executive session. Kasi kailangan yun. Kasi hindi natapos ang report nyo. Question of the narrative. Pare-pareho kayo eh. Oh, who is the director of that narrative? Macaraig. Where's Macaraig? Oh, Macaraig. Sinong director ng narrative nyo?
Bali po sir, kami lang po kasama investigate.
Sigurado ka?
Po, Your Honor.
Sigurado ka? Mamaya pag nagsinungaling ka, problema pa rin. Papakulong kami namin dito. Kasi babalikan ko mamaya yung tanong sa pinagsimulan. Oh, eto. Bigyan kita ng isang clue. Nandyan mga affidavit mo? Hawak mo ba?
Yes, sir.
Oh, number 13. Basahin mo. Ito, ang problema sa inyo, Eh, may gusto ko yung isalba. Mamaya si Patrolman, Patrolman, what's your name, Patrolman? Carpio? Ay, baka mamaya si Patrol Carpio na naman yung ano. Nagsasalita ng totoo. Sisimula ni Carpio, then lahat kayo, papasok dun sa room. Oh, makaraig.
Yes, sir.
Oh, anong laman ng affidavit number 13 mo? Paragraph 13. Yung last sentence. Oh, sabi mo dito ito, I called PSSG Perez and the Alpha to ride the car and we will go back to the station to report what happened to Police Lieutenant Colonel Lintag, our Police Chief of San Juan, Batangas.
Yes, sir.
O, anong oras nangyari ito? Yung pag-report nyo?
After na po, sir, nung mangyari doon sa...
Anong oras nga? Ano yung after?
Mga... Humigit kumulang po sa... Kuha na po ito.
Did you report personally to him? O tumawag ka lang?
Bali, nagpunta po kami mismo sa istasyon.
O nakita kayo doon?
Yes, sir.
On the... An hour, 2 hours, 3 hours after the operation?
Sir, the operation po nung madala po sa district hospital, doon po kami dumiretso.
O then, siyang gumawa ng recommendation sa province.
Ipinaalam po namin sa
Hindi,
kanya.
siyang gumawa ng recommendation sa province, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yun ang sinasabi ko. Chairman, kasi dito, sa narrative dito, ang gagawa talaga ng recommendation dun sa case is the city direct, the chief of police. O, nandito ba yung chief of police? Ikaw ba gumawa ng ng report to the province?
Good morning, sir.
Oh,
Ang ginawa ko, sir, yung pumirma ko, sir, ng spot report, yung mga request, sir, sa ballistic, sa paraffin test, saka sa autopsy, sir. Ang basis ko po, sir, ay yung statement sa akin, sir, ng mga operatives po.
hindi. Ang question kasi, kung anong sinabi nila, ayun yun, hook, line, and sinker. Di ba? Yun ang ginawa mo. You never made an investigation. May namatay na eh. May naputukan.
Nagkaroon po, sir, ng judicial affidavit po yung poster buyer, tsaka po yung investigator.
Eto, Colonel,
Yun po yung
Eto, I warn you now. Again, ikaw, pinawarn din kita kasi pag binalikan ko mamaya, now, I will ask you, Mr. Chairman, ganito na lang. Why didn't you admit during the previous hearing, if you're not part of the group which planned and make that narrative post-operation, why did you not admit that indeed that car, that Camry, red Camry was used and it is impounded in your station?
Sir, with regards to the car, sir, I was in good faith, sir, na sinabi ko po na hindi ako familiar sa car. Because, sir, yung car, sir, ay hindi po siya naka-impound, sir, sa premises po ng station. Doon po,
No, whatever, you're the chief of police of that station. Eh, may kaano nga dito di ba? May spot report din with regards to that. Di ba nagpadala kayo dito? Oh, you're the police station commander. Oh, ba't nung tinanong ka ng isang member namin dito, chairman ako pa tao, si Chairman Dan? May video pa?
yes,
You deny it.
yes, sir, hindi po talaga ako familiar, sir, kasi po, hindi po siya naka-park doon sa premises, sir, ng stations na.
Oh, ngayon ang tanong. Oh, Makaraig, ikaw chief of police ka. Makaraig, using that car, did you ask permission from your chief of police? Kung humingi ka ba ng permiso na gamitin yon?
Your Honor, ang bali po ang naggamit po yung kabilang team ni...
Hindi nga, ikaw ang team leader eh. Tinatanong kita. O yan, nagbabatuhan na naman kayo. Tinatanong kita diretso, ikaw ang team leader. Did you ask permission from your chief of police to use that car? O ba't hindi ka makasagot? Chairman, wala rin to affidavit ito. I will recommend personally to the committee na doon sa committee report. Ba't hindi ka makasagot na diretso? You cannot answer because you want to hide something. Oh, Makarig. Ano to? Akala ko ayos na tayo. Did you ask permission? Again, this will be my last question. Did you ask permission, your chief of police, to use that car? Please answer.
Yes or no?
Oh. Yes. Perez. Oh, do you know that Macareg asked permission to use that car for the chief of police?
Your Honor, hindi ko po alam, Your Honor eh. Basta
Pero alam mo
ko,
na impounded yun.
Yes, yes sir. Yes sir.
Alam mo na impounded yun.
Yes sir.
Okay. What's the driver of that car? Red? Di Chavez ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh. Paano mo nakuha yung sasakyan? Who orders you to use that car as your backup? Sino po?
Kami lang po, sir, yung basta sumakay doon. 4 po kami, sir.
And then, tanong ko, sino nagbigay sa'yo ng order to use that car? Sino nagbigay sa'yo ng paintulot na gamitin yung sasakyan na yan?
Wala po, Your Honor. Kami
Oh.
po.
Wala. Wala nagutos sa'yo? So, ginamit niyo lang?
Yes, Your Honor.
Si Macareg never instructed you to use that car?
No po, Your Honor.
O Macareg. So, may usapan niyo nung director nyo, chief of police nyo, na gamitin yung pulang sasakyan pero you never instructed the Chavez?
Your Honor, bali po ay nagagamit na po sa Diayo nung una pa. Kaya po nung bigla ang lakad po ay...
Lapit mo yung ano.
Your Honor, dati po ay sa ibang lakad ay nagamit din po. Ay nung biglaan pong lakad ay nagamit na po din po.
Okay. So, sa mga biglang lakad, ginagamit niyo yun. Ngayon, itong operation na to ginamit niyo ulit. But of course, ang presumption mo, alam ng opisyal mo. Ang immediate officer mo is the chief of police. Oh, hepe. Oh, malinaw. It was being used not only in this operation, it was used in the previous operations. Tapos hindi mo alam? You're not familiar?
Totoo po sir na hindi ako familiar sa car na yun sir kasi hindi po siya nakapark sa hindi ko na siya
Hindi,
nakapark
whatever.
sa station, sir.
And inventory and everything, you don't have to check. Kailan ka ba umupo doon as chief of police?
Ayun po sir ang pagkakambali ko, hindi ko po
Hindi, kailan ka ba umupo doon as chief of police?
August 27, 2022 sir.
2022?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oo. Kailan nangyari yun? Makarag 2023 na. Anong buwan? Limutan ko yung ano nyo. May 28, 2023. 24. Oh, epe. That's more than 2 years. Oh, hindi mo alam? Na may sasakyan doon na pula? Eh, ilang beses na pala nila ginagamit? What kind of boyster you are? Hindi mo alam yung mga nangyari doon sa opisina mo, sa UR mo. Now, ang worst is, post-operation, kung anong narrative nila, yun ang ginamit mo. Unless, sasabihin ni Perez, sabihin ni Macaraig, that you are part of that narrative. Perez, yung chief of police ba, bahagi doon sa report nyo, post-report nyo, tsaka yung affidavit nyo?
No sir, bali kami lang po yung nagdesisyon sir nung regarding sa affidavit sir, sir.
Kayo lang.
Yes sir.
Do you have a lawyer?
Sir?
May lawyer ba kayo nung naganda ng affidavit nyo?
Wala po sir.
Kayo lang.
Yes sir.
Si Karandang saan? Karandang. O, yung affidavit doon ninyo, kayo lang?
No, sir. Assisted po guided po ng lawyer, sir.
Ikaw, yung sa'yo.
Yes, sir.
Yung iba?
Guided.
Ikaw, Perez.
Sir, ang tinutukoy ko pong affidavit sir yung nauna. Pero ngayon sir sa pangalawa may lawyer na po sir.
Yung sa una, Karandang, mayroon kayo?
No, Your Honor.
Ano? So kayo lang.
Yes, Your Honor.
Makaraig,
Yes, sir.
maliban doon sa sa sinong hepe mo talaga direct na principal mo? Sino?
Si Police Lieutenant Colonel Lintag, sir.
Siya mismo. Wala kang commission officer na opisyal.
Wala po, sir.
So, diretso ka kay Lintag.
Yes, sir.
So, ang gusto ko lang i-correct because like Colonel Lintag is kept on denying that he knows that the red car is being used and it is under the custody of your station. Now, Makaraig, ulit, nung ginamit nyo yung pulang sasakyan, at that time, kinausap mo ba si Epe that you will use that car?
No, sir.
No. Di Chavez, ikaw nag-drive, di ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, nung planning stage, nandiyan ka na?
Yes, Your Honor.
O so, si Makaraig ang nagpaplano? Head ng planning nyo?
Yes, Your Honor.
O so, sinabi niya na gamitin yung pulang sasakyan?
No, Your Honor. Basta yun lang po yung available. Yun na po ang ginamit namin, Your Honor.
Sabi naman to. So, desisyon niya lang na kung ano lang available na car, pwedeng gamitin kagad. Kahit impounded. Yun yung kalakaran doon. Ganun ba? Ganun ba Makaraig, Di Chavez?
Yun po nangyari, Your Honor.
O, ganun. And you are doing it for the passive rail operation na. Ginagamit niyo yun sa ilang mga lakad. Okay. So, Mr. Chairman, as of now, I will give a benefit of the doubt to Lieutenant Colonel Lintag with regards to his knowledge about that red car. But at the very least, may problema sa Mr. Chairman. Hindi niya alam kung anong nangyayari sa stasyon niya.
Yeah.
Lumalakad yung mga mga personnel niya na hindi niya alam.
Okay. Tama yan. Okay.
So, Chairman, anyway, still, nakahang pa rin Mr. Chairman yung tanong, question of those, not only those 6, kasi karandang, i-out mo na yan, wala sa plano yan. Now, yung 6, nakahang pa rin Mr. Chairman kung sino ba talaga ang iba pang involved doon sa planning at the same time sa post-operation report, Mr. Chairman, yung narrative na ginawa nila. Thank you, Mr.
So in
Chairman.
other words, Chairman Paduano, from the moment na conceptualize nila Makaraig, nila Lintag, nila Sergeant Perez yung plano to have a bypass operation, unfortunately hindi nagmaterialize yung plan. They went back. Bumalik kayo sa sa istasyon, 'di ba? Sa istasyon doon yun na nakausap si Colonel Lintag and you reported what transpired. At nireport nyo na lahat na can you please reply Makaraig? And
Yes, sir.
So nireport nyo na nagkaroon na ng barilan ganon, hindi na nag-consummate yung bilihan ng ng
Yes, Your Honor.
ng shabu at lahat na naikwento nyo na sa kanya. So, bali lahat nakwento nyo na kay Colonel Lintag. So, Colonel Lintag, bakit, in spite of the fact that they have tell you the story by Sergeant Makaraig and Sergeant Perez, still yung lumabas na mga affidavit nila in relation to what really happened was different, Colonel Lintag.
Good morning po, Your Honor.
Bakit nag-stick kayo dun sa story na nagkaroon ng bypass?
Your Honor, ang report po nila sa akin, Your Honor.
Ano, lakas mo yung boses mo, Colonel Lintag?
Ang report po nila, Your Honor, sa akin is...
Ano?
Ang report po nila, Your Honor, sa akin is consummated po yung bypass nung time na yon. Yun po ang naging basis ko.
So, ang naging report sa iyo ay nangyari yung
Yes, Your Honor.
yung bypass.
Yes, Your Honor.
At ito, paninindigan nyo na, Makaraig.
Yes, sir. Bali po, nagdesisyon kami noon ni Michi na nung mangyari po na magkaroon ng isang bypass operation. Kaya po nagawa siya ng statement, Your Honor.
Sino nagawa ng statement?
Bali po isang statement para ma-file po si Sergeant Michi Perez, Your Honor.
And gaano ba kalaki yung police station nyo, Colonel Lintag? How many square meters?
Ang lot area po ng compound ng station, sir, is 1,000 square meters.
1,000 square meter? Yung inyong impounding, gaano kalaki?
Yung impounding namin, sir, siguro mga 100 square meters, sir.
100? Ilan ang impounded na sasakyan?
Marami po, Your Honor, pero yung
Ilan ang impounded na sasakyan?
hindi po ako sure sa figure, Your Honor.
Ano pang hindi mo alam, sabi ni Chairman Acop? Ano pang hindi mo alam? 100 square meter lang yun. Gaano kalaki ang 100 square meter? E di, malalaman mo ilan yung impounded na sasakyan. Yun ang tinatanong ko. Sabi mo, 100 square meter. O, so kung 100 square meter, ilan ang impounded na sasakyan doon? Ilan?
Your Honor, hindi po ako sure sa sa figure.
Colonel Lintag.
Mr. Chair,
100 square meter lang tinatanong ko. Isa, dalawa, tatlong sasakyan ang impounded doon.
Sa mga four-wheel vehicle po, sir, siguro more or less, sir, mga nasa 15 to 20.
15 ang impounded doon sa 100 square meter?
Sir, yung iba pong mga impounded, sir, wala po sa loob ng station, sir. Nandun po sa may open space, sir, sa may car wash na katabi ng police station, sir.
Itong kulay pula, saan nakalagay? Doon sa 100 square meter?
Hindi po, sir.
Saan nakalagay?
Sa ano po, sir, nalaman ko, sir, doon po sa may tapat ng car wash, sir, yung open
O,
space.
kita mo na,
po,
alam
sir.
mo. Dati,
Di, sir,
mo
ngayon ko
sinasabi.
lang po nalaman, sir, nung
So, ngayon mo lang nalaman?
yung natanong ko po sila,
So,
sir.
mangyari to, inalam mo na.
Yes, sir.
Mabuti naman, inaalam mo. Pero dati dapat
Chair.
alam mo lahat yan. Colonel. So, ang liit-liit na station mo, 2,000 square meter, tapos 100 square meter yung impounding mo, at kung merong car wash doon na nilalagay yung ibang impounded, ako bilang akong head ng istasyon, dapat alam ko yan. Di ba? Specific na mga kotse na nakalagay doon sa impounding mo, dapat alam. Kapag tinanong ka namin, specifically masasagot mo. And as a matter of fact, inaalam namin sa iyo, padala mo sa amin kung ilan yung listahan ng impounded na sasakyan doon. I haven't received any document coming from you. And that's the reason why hindi ko ma-blame itong mga members to ask you. Actually, ako, I'm done with asking what happened to that. Let the provincial director, Colonel Malinaw, and regional director decided on your fate. Kasi meron kang command responsibility dito. And I'm pretty sure madidismiss ka rin because of your responsibility. Actually, parang kang walang alam sa lahat eh. Hindi mo nga alam kung ilan ang nakalagay na sasakyan doon sa 100 square meter. And that's worrisome, ha? Kung lahat ng PNP, lahat ng ating chief of police ng bawat munisipyo at city ay katulad mo na ganyan na hindi alam kung ano nangyayari sa kanyang istasyon, ni hindi mo alam kung ano nangyayari doon sa operasyon, at napaglalangan ka at naloko ka ni Makaraig dahil hindi niya sinabi ang totoo sa iyo, aba, parang ano ka, parang kayang-kaya ka ni Sergeant Makaraig.
Mr. Chair.
Colonel Busita. And
Thank
then,
you, Mr. Chair. In relation to the interpellation of Honorable Congressman Paduano, sir. Si Hepe na-assign sa San Juan City Police Station noong August 25, 2023. Police Master Sergeant Makaraig, kailan ka na-assign sa San Juan CPS?
Year 2011 po, Your Honor.
2011. Sa pagkakaalam mo, ang tagal mo na 2011, 13 years. Sa pagkakaalam mo, sino ang nakahuli doon sa red Toyota Camry? Naalala mo ba?
Your Honor, sa pagkaalala ko po ay time po ni ang hepe ay ni Police Lieutenant Colonel Manalo, Your Honor.
Police Lieutenant Colonel
Manalo po.
Manalo. 13 years ka na dyan, ang pulis kasi, chismoso yan eh. Sa pagkakaalam mo, anong violation ng kotse na yan?
Reckless imprudence, Your Honor.
Okay. So, ang chief of police, nung ma-impound dyan, si Police Lieutenant Colonel
Manalo po, Your Honor.
Manalo. Mr. Chair, may malpractice kasi sa station, Mr. Chair. Ang nakikita kong possibility dyan, Mr. Chair, hindi ko naman bata yan si Colonel Lintag eh, hindi ko rin kilala talaga yan. Nung ma-impound yan, ginagamit na ng mga pulis ng San Juan City Police. Meaning, nung mag-assume, ang nakikita ko po dyan, nung mag-assume si Colonel Lintag, wala yan sa impounding area. Naging practice na yan eh, ginagamit. So, talagang hindi po niya masasagot yan. Ang dapat po nating malaman, sinong custodian at sinong responsible personnel na nag-impound yan. Yung po ang nakikita natin na dapat ay masangkot dyan sa problema na yan. I think, undeclared yan eh. Supposedly, nung mag-assume, by the way, Sergeant Macaraig, after Police Lieutenant Colonel Manalo, sinong pumalit? Siguro, more or less, nakalimang hepe na. Tama ba?
Kung naalala ko, sir, ay ang pumalit ay si Police Lieutenant Colonel, hindi po nagkakamali, Ancheta, Your Honor.
Ancheta. Ano pang naalala mo? Sino pang pumalit? Hindi mo masyadong maalala. Ang tanong ko na lang sa'yo, after Police Lieutenant Colonel Manalo, more or less, ilang chief of police ang pumalit na? Siguro, more or less, 5. 6.
Wala na po siguro na 5, Your Honor.
2000... April 14, 2020. Kailan... Hindi, kasi... Honorable Congressman Paduano, gusto ko pong makita dyan, yung talagang nararanasan sa police station. Hindi na di-declare, ginagamit yung sasakyan. So again, hindi ko naman sinusuportahan yung aligasyon ni Colonel Lintag, pero ang kailangan, Mr. Chair, ma-establish sinong responsible personnel sa pagka-impound dyan. Kasi, kung ako po nasa posisyon ni Colonel Lintag, undeclared, wala sa impounding, hindi makita sa records, talagang mangyayari po yan. So, dapat ma-find out talaga. So, talagang mahirapan sumagot si Colonel Lintag for that matter, Mr. Chair. Yun lamang po. Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you so much. The Chair, Congressman Abante, then Congressman Barbers, then Congressman Acop. Sige, go ahead, Congressman Abante.
I just would like to remind all of our resource people here that they are under oath, di ba? All of them under oath, di ba? So, ibig sabihin nito po, they should be telling us the truth. Mr. Chair, di ba?
Correct, that is correct, Congressman.
And they are not telling us the truth.
The last time that we have a hearing, they were not really telling us the truth, and then we have an executive session, and they executed a different version of the story.
Just want to find out, Mr. Chair, if the people that executed a mandatory affidavit executed the first affidavit and submitted that to our committee.
Yes, Congressman, Chairman Acop. Chairman Abante. We have received the new affidavits.
Mr. Chair, these people have been telling us a lie ever since.
Yes.
How would I know that this a mandatory affidavit? How would I know that this is not the truth? How would I know? Di ba? If you told a lie in the first affidavit, You expect us to believe in the second affidavit that you executed? Colonel Lintag, can you answer that, please? You expect us to believe in the second affidavit that you executed? Where did you, saan ka nakatapos ng pagka-police, Colonel Lintag?
Sa Philippine National Police Academy po.
Philippine National Police Academy. I think that in the PNPA, admission of serious lapses is the death of whoever that man that was killed. Balot ang tawag. Is that only a serious lapse to you? Serious lapse lang ba yun?
No, Your Honor, but
Anong ginawa po ninyo sa kanila?
Your Honor, I was not no longer in a position to make action since I was relieved. I was relieved from San Juan Police Station, Your Honor, and I am also a subject of investigation.
So you were not the chief of police at the time?
No, Your Honor. After the incident, Your Honor.
No, I'm not finished yet. You were not the chief of police at the time that the crime was committed. Were you the chief of police?
I was, Your Honor.
Then, if you were the chief of police, you should have done something on this.
Yes, Your Honor.
What did you do, Mr. Chair?
I made a memorandum, Your Honor, directing them to explain kung bakit po nangyari yung...
Did you submit to us a memorandum? Did you submit to this committee the memorandum?
No, Your Honor.
Did you submit to us a spot report of the crime
Yes, Your
in this
Honor.
committee? Did you submit to us a police report? Did
Submitted
you
po, yes.
submit to us a police report?
I think the Internal Affairs Officer submitted, Your Honor. Because sila po
Who submitted?
Sila po ang nagkandak ng motu proprio investigation.
Yes, command responsibility tells you that you ought to be hands down on the incident. And it would be you, as the chief of police, that should submit a police report. What I'm saying is, Mr. Chair, did you submit a police report? Did you submit a memorandum that you have executed against your policeman in this committee? Did you submit that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you submit it? Kaya na, sanayan mo, hindi.
Yung memorandum po, Your Honor, nandun na po sa Internal Affairs Service, Your Honor.
What I'm saying is, did you submit that to the committee? No.
Your Honor.
I'd like to make a motion, Mr. Chair, that Colonel Lintag submit to us a memorandum in all the documents pertaining to the crime committed, Mr. Chair. So I move.
Yes, Chairman, we will be giving you all the documents. Actually, we have already
Okay.
gotten the documents.
No.
But COMSEC is hereby directed to give Chairman Abante all the documents pertaining to this case.
So, Mr. Chair, I just would like to say here that it would be very hard for me to believe that these policemen that have executed their affidavit are still telling the truth to us. Very hard to believe. Okay, unless I would have the police report, and I would even guess that the police report is a lie, not the truth. What I'm saying. Number two, when Police Sergeant Michi here said that she admitted that there were serious lapses, I'd like to find out what the chief of police did to this. Serious lapses. And Sergeant Michi, yung bang pagkamatay ni Balot, serious lapse sa inyo yun? Buhay yun eh. Tama ho ba ako?
Your Honor, sorry po at nagkamali po
Dali
kami.
lang. Buhay yun eh. Serious lapse lang ba sa'yo yan? Yun po ba ay serious lapse lang sa iyo ng pagkabaril mo at pagkapatay doon sa Mr. Balot. Is that serious lapse? So nothing should be done to it, Colonel Lintag? Nothing should be done to it? Did you file? What did the IAS do to the memorandum you sent, Mr. Colonel Lintag? What did the IAS do?
Sir,
Do you have the IAS here, Mr. Chair?
We have the NAPOLCOM. I think the IAS was not invited on today's hearing. CPD, you can ask PD. Malinaw.
Oh, sige.
sir, good morning.
Colonel Malinaw.
Yes, sir. Right after the incident, upon seeing, initially, sir, this all started with a lie. It all started with the false reporting of the facts and circumstances of the case, initially through the spot report, so on and so forth, sir. Yun ang minintain nilang theory.
Mr. Chair, before you have any word, Mr. Chair, I would like to put on record that Colonel Malinaw has admitted that it all started with a lie.
Yes, duly noted, Congressman
Yes, sir.
Abante.
That's why,
When we had the last committee hearing, Mr. Chair, I remember, I do not know if it's in my committee or the Committee on Public Order, that the IAS admitted, I think it's in my committee, the IAS admitted that they're only concerned about the administrative cases. But then, the law says that they could be able to try the criminal aspect of the police in the report. So, Colonel Malinaw, so what did the IAS do about it? Did they file both administrative case and a criminal case against your policemen?
yes, sir. After the conduct of the investigation and with the records at hand during that time, the respondents, Lieutenant Colonel Lintag, and the 7 non-commissioned officers were cases of grave irregularity in the performance of duty and conduct unbecoming of police officer were filed against them. For Colonel Lintag, a case of violation of doctrine of command responsibility or serious neglect of duty, sir, was filed against him.
Are they still active now, Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Or have you confiscated their firearms?
Yes, sir. Actually, sir, they're under police restrictive custody based on the order issued by the regional headquarters. They're currently at the holding center, the provincial headquarters of Batangas. They're not with San Juan Municipal Police Station.
Is there a court case filed against them? Because only the courts can try criminal offenses. Am I right?
Yes, Your Honor, you're very correct. The criminal case was initially filed against them for the case of murder, but with the newly discovered evidence in the previous hearing, those will be incorporated during the ongoing preliminary investigation conducted by the Quezon Provincial Prosecutor's Office.
Colonel, I want to be enlightened because when you speak of murder versus homicide, murder is with malice, and murder
Yes,
is
sir.
already
Yes, sir.
an intention to kill.
Yes, sir.
Now, sinabi sa affidavit na to, she had no intention to kill. So that's not murder. Homicide yan.
Yes, sir.
So, ibig sabihin, ito when you filed a case in court on murder, it will become a mistrial.
No, sir.
The Philippine National Police IAS will make it a mistrial because it is not murder.
Sir, she's entitled to the defense, no? But based on the initial investigation that we have conducted, since the numerous violations of prescribed rules in the conduct of anti-illegal drug operations were violated, and there were serious irregularity or non-adherence to prescribed rules, So that was our initial theory, sir, that the operation, there was never a bypass operations
I
conducted.
hope I can believe that. Attorney De Luna, will you please say something about that?
Thank you, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Regarding the case at hand, we have already received some reports about the conduct of investigation of the administrative and the criminal aspect. As to the administrative, Your Honor, ongoing po ito sa ating Philippine National Police. But with respect to the criminal case filed before the prosecutor's office, it was only revealed after a series of validation with some of the witnesses and complainants na it's not an issue of lapses, but if not deliberate, intentional omission of some facts. And upon our review of some documents, meron nga po talaga. And this is the reason why after the termination of this congressional inquiry, we still have the ongoing validation, and additional documents will also be examined by our office as to whether or not, as to the completeness of the evidence submitted by our investigators before the prosecutor's office would really convince us that the documents and other related evidence are intact or without any doubt. We do have some information, and I think our witnesses will be the one to state some of these facts kung ano po ba yung talagang hindi na ibigay nilang salaysay or impormasyon na dapat po ay nailagay doon sa pag-iimbestiga ng kasong ito. And in APOLCOM, on our part, Your Honor, we are consolidating this information. If there are cases to be filed or charges needs to be filed, we will also be recommending with the witnesses po. Kasi tama po yung narinig po namin dito na kung mapoprove yung issue of use of impounded vehicles, then there are also police officers who would be liable separately using these impounded vehicles. If there are falsifications in the execution of their statements, meron pong in-include na police na hindi naman pala talaga kasama sa operation, then they will be liable kung bakit nila nilagay yung pangalan kung hindi sila kasali doon. And these are part of our ongoing validations of this information, Your Honor. Thank you po.
Thank you so much. Congressman Abante, if I may, no? We're just like to remind the members that hanggang 12:30 lang po tayo, and that you would like to acknowledge the presence of Congressman PM Vargas. May I be allowed
Mr. Chair,
to...
just one more question after this.
Okay.
I just would like to find out, Colonel Lintag, if this is SOP in your station or in your own thinking that those cars that are impounded can be used by the police people for any situation that you have. Is that an SOP?
No, sir.
No. I'd like to find out from Colonel Malinaw. Do you allow that to happen?
No, sir. Because the subject vehicle, sir, is an object evidence from a previous crime filed by the said station.
And that ought not be used, right?
Yes, sir. It's under the purview of the court who handled
And
the
therefore,
case.
even if they ask permission from the chief of police, still, they cannot use that
Yes, sir.
because it's impounded.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'd like to find out what the Attorney Owen De Luna would say about that.
Yes, sir. They can be held liable.
So therefore, I think that at this point in time, Mr. Chair, that something must be done to it so that it will not be repeated anymore. Because if we are conducting a hearing on this, and DILG or the Philippine Nationals will still allow impounded vehicles to be used, what is the use of a hearing that we have right now? So therefore, you must act on this. Am I right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Therefore, Mr. Chair, act on this. Act on this. Colonel Malinaw.
Yes, sir. Actually, sir.
Right now, act on this.
Yes, sir.
Right now, make a memorandum that you cannot use impounded vehicles.
Yes, sir.
Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you so much. Before I recognize Congressman Barbers and Congressman Acop for the last interpellation. Pidea, can you kindly confirm to us kung yung pangalan ni Balot? Balot ba yun? Ang pangalan? Brian Laresma? Brian Laresma is included doon sa PIDEA list? Para lang at least kasi the reason why we invited you is to confirm on the status, no?
With regards dun po sa subject po ng bypass, si alias Balot, Brian Ledesma, wala po siya sa listahan po ng PIDEA.
And also the time that they have coordinated with the PIDEA was from 7:45 of May 28 to 7:45 of May 29. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. That is the supposed time of operation, sir.
Approved.
Yes, sir.
Or,
Approved.
approved time
Of operation. Yes, sir.
But they operated prior to that confirmation.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because late sila nag-apply. Yeah, okay. Anyway, confirm na po yan. No? So, NBI, about din sa autopsy. Ano po nakita po ninyo doon sa cadaver?
Good afternoon po, Mr. Chair. Sir, the autopsy submitted by our medical legal officer, Dr. Melissa Gatchalian, stated on the second page of the medical legal report that the cause of death is a gunshot wound, thigh right. Your Honor.
Yeah, gunshot wound
Sa kanang thigh po.
at ano yun, loss of blood.
Yes, Your Honor.
So can you kindly have you have this kind of procedure na you can find out how many hours na ang na-involve na how many hours hindi yung pagkaubos ng dugo niya. Yes, ilang oras ka dapat maubusan ng dugo bago ka mamatay. So, because very crucial pong yung panahon na yun that they have said that dinala sa ospital nung alas 7 tapos namatay siya nung 7:09 So, do you have that kind of knowledge of how to measure yung time of loss of blood in relation to to the death of that person?
Your Honor, considering that I am not a medical legal, I am not a doctor, but I believe that hemorrhagic shock will cause an immediate loss of life of an individual. When he sustained a wound that will immediately cause a very bad loss of blood, then he will surely die if he will not be subjected to an immediate medical intervention, Your Honor.
Okay. Sige, since hindi po kayo yung doctor na siguro, sino ba nagdala ng nung kay Brian doon sa ospital? Sino nagdala? Si De Chavez, no? Saka si Carpio, saka si Trinidad, di ba? So from the time na from the bridge, so dinala nyo doon sa district hospital, di ba? Meron kasi isang ospital doon yung San Juan Hospital, Doctors Hospital, na 2 kilometers away. Pero dinala nyo siya doon sa 4 kilometers away. Why? Ano reason doon?
Your Honor, mas nakasanayan po namin na doon magdala sa public hospital. Unang-una po ay sa private po ay may kalimitan po ay iniintay nila yung immediate family sa yung mga other requirements, Your Honor.
Pero nakita nyo naman yung di ba, yung victim na nandun na umaagos yung dugo, gano'n.
Opo, sir, pero
Naglagay ba kayo ng first aid na tinakpan nyo yung kanyang paa o whatever?
si Patrolman Carpio,
Paano yung dugo niya? Talagang umaawas or something like that?
tinakpan po ni Patrolman Carpio ng kanyang kamay.
So how many minutes away from the bridge na nakarating kayo sa ospital?
More or less 10 minutes, Your Honor.
10 minutes. And it's like 4.5 kilometers.
Yes, Your Honor.
Di ba? 4.5 kilometers, 10 minutes. And I was wondering, dapat pag ganun kasing emergency, di ba? I mean, dapat ang dala nyo doon sa pinakamalapit na eh. Doon sa San Juan Doctors Hospital, doon nyo sana dinala. Imbis na dinala nyo sa San Juan District Hospital. 2 kilometers is so crucial in the life of that person. Di ba? Kasi nga, nag-aantay kayo ng oras eh. Well, I really don't know. Let the court decide on that. But in here, what we wanted to find out is siguro, before that, sige, maglalas ako doon sa mga victims, Congressman Barbers, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Maiksi lang po ito. I just wanted to redirect the direction of the committee when we finally write our committee report. Mr. Chairman, nakita natin dito sa insidenteng ito, at ito hindi ito ngayon lang nangyari. Maraming lapses in the operations, maraming omissions in the reporting, at higit sa lahat, maraming illegal na ginawa doon sa operations na ito. Number one, gumamit sila ng vehicle na parte ng ebidensya ng isang krimen na nangyari, which is a clear violation. Number two, may nagtanim ng baril at saka nagtanim ng droga. Apparently, this is what's coming out from the affidavits executed by the Philippine National Police members. Number three, there was a clear omission of the facts and the truth in the conduct of this operation. Kasi gumawa sila ng bagong narrative eh. Gumawa sila, pinilit nilang maging legal yung isang illegal at hindi tamang operasyon sa anti-drug, illegal drugs operation. So, pinakamabigat dito, syempre, yung planting of evidence. Ito, hindi lang ito nangyari dito sa Laguna. Marami ng instances where this planting of evidence was being used to justify an illegal, anti-illegal drugs operation. Ano ho ang punto ko, Mr. Chairman? My point is that when we write this committee report, we should clearly state that all the commanders of the Philippine National Police, from the regional director down to their provincial directors, down to their ACPs, is that what they call it? The area commanders? The APCs, no? Dapat very clear, sabihan ninyo ang inyong mga patrolman, ang inyong mga master sergeant, ang inyong mga tao sa ilalim ninyo na bawal gumamit ng ebidensya na naka-impound sa kanilang area. Bawal mag-planting ng ebidensya, which is, I think we should really insist on this eh. Continuous education na lang. Kasi meron pong matitigas ang ulo eh. Na alam naman nila na illegal magplanta ng ebidensya, pero ginagawa pa rin nila. For whatever motivation, we don't know. Yung iba, sinasabi nila, kasi kailangan may performance tayo. Kailangan meron tayong accomplishment, no? So, kung ganun ang motivation, palagay ko walang mangyayari dito sa ating anti-illegal drugs operation na ito. Mauubos ang ating kapulisan. Walang maiiwan. Marami hong matitinong pulis. Iilan lamang ho yung mga bugok dyan. Iilan lang yung mga scalawags dyan. And I'm sure the top commanders are doing something about this. But again, as I stated earlier, hindi dapat mawala ng accountability yung mga tao na lumabag sa batas at higit sa lahat, kumuha ng buhay ng isang tao. Yan ho, I hope, Mr. Chairman, that in the crafting of our committee report, this particular issue must be given a profound attention in this committee report for the reason that this should never happen anymore. At sabi lamang po sa ating mga commanders na alam nyo yung Republic Act 9165, napakaklaro ho doon sa Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act na ang lead agency dito pagka anti-illegal drug operation ay ang PIDEA. Hindi ho yung mag-drug bust kayo, magre-raid kayo, pagka natapos na, tsaka nyo sasabihan yung PIDEA para ma-justify yung inyong ginawa. Hindi ho ganon ang intensyon ng batas. Ang intensyon ho ng batas ay ang dapat manguna sa laban sa illegal na droga ang PIDEA in close coordination with our law enforcement agencies, specifically the Philippine National Police. So, Mr. Chairman, yung punto ng planting of evidence, paggamit ng mga ebidensya na mali, no? Yung paggagawa ng report na scripted, ika nga, yung gumagawa ng kwento na hindi naman katotohanan, at syempre, yung sinasabi natin na ang anti-illegal drugs operation must be closely coordinated with PIDEA. Kagaya ho niyan, may nagbuwis ng buhay. Nagtuturoan tayo ngayon. Tinanong ko, no, alala nyo, nung huling hearing, ang tanong ko, kayo ba ay nag-coordinate sa PIDEA? Ang sabi nyo, 6:25, may nag-fax. At yun ang kinonfirm ng PIDEA, di po ba?
6:36.
6:36. Sinabi nyo, 6:36. 6:20, may nangyari ng insidente, correct? Kasi apparently, the medical legal records states that the victim was shot between 6:20 p.m. Ano ba yun? 6:20 ba yun? 6:36 yung fax message eh. The message was sent 6:36 p.m., correct?
Yes po, Your Honor.
4:25, base dun sa video pinakita ni Chairman, napapunta na doon yung green na kotse at saka yung pulang kotse. Nagkaroon ng insidente at 6:20. So lahat natapos na prior to the reporting or coordinations with PIDEA. So that was a clear violation of the law. So I hope this will become an institutional educational program for all police personnel, lalo na po yung mga nag-i-implement na mga nasa ilalim. So the commanders will be tasked and must include this in their daily briefings if that is necessary. So, Mr. Chairman, having said all this, I do hope that in our committee report, this will be profoundly stated in this committee report. That's all. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Chairman Barbers.